What is going on, Patriots fans? This is Jace back here with another edition of the Patriots Drive podcast. Guys, it's the start of mock draft season. So today I'm starting up mock draft Monday. Every Monday from now until the NFL draft, I'm going to be coming out with a new mock draft, new scenario, talking about new players for the New England Patriots. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this mock draft, what you want the Patriots to do. They currently have the number one overall pick, which we will go more in depth about. But let me know your comments. Of course, like, subscribe, comment on this video down below. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. All right, everybody, let's talk a little bit about the Patriots. So currently, after today, week 17, the Patriots hold the number one overall pick. Now, if they were to lose next week, they are guaranteed the number one overall pick. They have to lose to the Buffalo Bills. A lot of people expect the Bills to be playing their second stringers. They are guaranteed the second overall seed in the AFC. So that's a big question. If the Patriots were to win, it would depend on what the other teams do that also have 3 wins right now. The lowest they can get is most likely the 4th seed. Now the 4th pick. There is a chance they can get the 5th pick if Jacksonville's strength of schedule were to get worse, but I do not see that happening. So Patriots are guaranteed a top 5 pick, most likely looking at a top 4, but they also control their own destiny. If they were to just lose next week and finish 3-14, the New England Patriots will have the number one overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft. Now, there's a couple things here. First off, I will get into every scenario depending on what the Patriots get into. If they have the number one overall pick, it's going to be a lot of trade down talk. I know that this is not the best quarterback class, but I promise you there will be a team that will want to trade up with the Patriots if they have the number one overall pick. So they have the choice at either Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, or if there's someone else they believe is the number one overall pick. They could get a first round pick this year, maybe another late mid round pick this year also, and future firsts for the next 2 or 3 years. They could come out with a good haul, maybe something like the Bears, an established receiver that they could get, and a first and a second, and then a future first. They could get a king's ransom. I'm not doing trades yet. I'm only doing a 3-round mock draft. Now, again, the Patriots have the third or a second, third round pick 83 you see on the screen right here because of the Matt Judon trade with Atlanta. So there will be 4 selections made in this draft, but I'm only going to start out with a 3-round mock draft, just, ease into some of these prospects, and then we'll get going longer and longer. So with the first overall pick, guys, I truly believe that there's only one guy that the Patriots should have their eyes on here with the number one overall pick, and that's Travis Hunter. Now, I love a lot of prospects. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what Will Campbell's arm length comes at. I think Tedero McMillan's another really good prospect for the Patriots. But if you're picking at the number one overall pick and you're not taking a quarterback, Travis Hunter, the Heisman Trophy winner, is probably the only option, in my opinion, that the Patriots should take. He's 6'1", 185 pounds. This is a guy that just won the Heisman. Everyone knows his story, right? He plays both sides of the ball. I don't see how he can do that in the NFL. I think he's going to be a cornerback first, and he's going to have 15 to 20 plays a game on offense. Now, if you were to add a guy like T. Higgins in free agency, which seems like the Patriots are interested in, and there's a lot of talk around him getting added to this team, which would be great. Travis Hunter would make so much sense, right? He doesn't have to come in and play every single snap on both offense and defense. Him and Christian Gonzalez would be such fun lockdown corners together on opposite sides of the field. And then he would be able to have some creative packages and creative plays, on the offensive side of the ball. So I think that would be awesome. This guy has some of the best ball skills I've ever seen. Like, his contested catch percentage is ridiculous when you go look at what he's done in the NFL and how he's been going up, or in college, sorry, and how he's been going up at his size. He's going up over bigger bodied corners. He's going up and making plays. He just has that incredible ball skills that you can't teach that. He's a high IQ guy. He knows what to do in a lot of situations. Really good length for his size. He does need to put on a little bit more weight, just more functional strength. But he has great body control and athleticism. His twitch and acceleration when he's catching the ball, starting and stopping, is super impressive, which is why he's going to be a great corner. His stop ability and why he can be such a mismatch on the offensive side of the ball. So I think that he is, in my opinion, he's so athletically gifted on both sides of the ball. You can't go wrong with this pick. Like, if you're staying at the number 1 overall pick and you're not trading down, which I'm not doing in this mock draft right now, it's Travis Hunter. He has everything you want. Now, I will say, I have a couple concerns. He has played over 2,500 snaps the last 2 seasons. Now, that is equivalent to like a 4th or 5th year senior. So my only concern here is, how is his body going to hold up? He's pretty much played 5 years of college football, even though he's only played 3. He played 1 at Jackson State and 2 at Colorado. The snap count is getting up there. So can his body hold up? I think they can. He's super athletic. He takes care of his body. He's a dog in the weight room. Everyone's just said how much of a work ethic he has, especially Coach Prime. This is a guy that I think is a no-brainer option for the New England Patriots if they have the number 1 overall pick. And the big thing about him is he would put butts in seats. New England does not really have that star outside of Drake Maye right now. Him and Drake Maye would put butts in seats. It would be super exciting to bring the Heisman Trophy winner into Foxborough, and he would definitely get this fan base excited about something again next year. So moving on to the second pick, I have the New England Patriots taking Gray Zabel. He is out of North Dakota State. Now, this is a little bit of an iffy pick, right? I don't want to say that I don't like him, but he's going to have the same problem that Will Campbell's going to have. I think he's going to have close to 33-inch arms. That usually, if you're under 33 inches, means you're going to slide into guard. I think that he will be a offensive tackle in the NFL. He's played both right tackle and left tackle. He played 900 snaps at left tackle this year for North Dakota State. If you guys do want to see this guy, you haven't seen much of him. He plays in the FCS National Championship at like January 11th, I believe. They play Montana State, so you can catch this guy in a national championship setting. He had an 80.4 run blocking grade on PFF, 90.2 or 92.3 pass blocking grade. He's been great, 92 overall grade. He only allowed 1 sack this year, 3 total hurries. Like I mentioned, he's played over 900 snaps at right tackle. He's played left guard. He's played left tackle. He really can do it all. I see this guy pretty comparable to Cody Mock, and who came out of North Dakota State a couple years ago. But he's 6'6", 300 pounds. He does a really nice job of stepping on the defender's toes, has really good hips so that he can throw through contact on the run game. He gets out of his stance. Pretty good stiff punch. But like I said, it's really going to come down to his arm length. Like, if that's below 33, is this worth the pick here? I don't know, because you probably need a true tackle. So we'll see. In free agency, we'll definitely bring a little bit more clarity to probably where the Patriots are going to go in this draft class. But I really do like Gray Zabel. I think that he can be a very good option for the Patriots. I think he can hold down that left side. If he has 33.5-inch arms, I'd feel totally comfortable for him. He's dominated this year. North Dakota State guys, they have that weird funkiness to them where, like Cody Mock, like, they come in undersized, they work hard, they, grind. And this guy loves football. He's played a ton of it at the college level. He's super experienced, and I think he could come in right away and make an impact at that left tackle position for the New England Patriots. So moving on to the third pick. This is another really fun pick, guys. If you have not heard of Harold Fannin Jr., guys, you need to look this guy up. This guy just set a college football record for the most receiving yards amongst a tight end in college football history for a season. 1,555 yards this season alone, 117 receptions on 150 targets. Guys, he had a 96 flat overall PFF grade. It was nuts. His last game in the bowl game, he had like 12 catches for 200 and something yards, 3 touchdowns. Just an absolute fun dude to watch. A little bit undersized for the tight end position. He's 6'3", 230 pounds. So not, a super huge target, but it's exactly what you would think of from a 1,500-yard tight end or receiving yard tight end, right? Super good athleticism. He can threaten the defense in multiple ways, whether it's vertical, short routes. He's really good with the ball in his hand. 150 targets and 117 receptions. He's got good hands, doesn't drop the ball, and his playmaking after the catch, what he does when he has the ball in his hands is just ridiculous. How he can make guys miss and what he can do with making mismatches for the defense is really nutty. He had 32 missed tackles forced. That's the most amongst tight ends. He had 9 deep catches, which is tied second. He was third in contested catches with 13 on the season, and he was third in deep yards amongst tight ends, which was 333 yards and only 3 drops. He had a 60% contested catch rate, so even though he's 6'3", he can still go up and get those passes. This is a fun guy, and we've seen Drake Maye's had that connection with Hunter Henry. So is that going to continue to be there? Yeah, Hunter Henry's going to be there. Austin Hooper's on a 1-year deal, so we'll see if they bring him back. But they did draft Jaheim Bell. But this is a dude that just dominated college football, can come in and make a huge impact. He can be that mismatch, whether it's on safeties or linebackers, and he can be Drake Maye's go-to target. I wouldn't say go-to, but Drake Maye's love to hit the tight ends, and he's a little bit more dynamic of a tight end than, say, a guy like Hunter Henry is. So adding a guy like him, he's probably a little bit more of a surefire than Jaheim Bell was last year. Jaheim Bell's more of, in my opinion, an H-back who has to be used very specifically, whether it's slide routes in the flats. Harold Fannin Jr. can stretch the field. He can run interior routes. Not that Jaheim Bell can't, but I think that Jaheim Bell was more of a gadget type player, where Harold Fannin would be one of those guys that, can do a bunch of different things in an offense and can create really fun packages for an offensive coordinator if they use him the right way. So moving on to the last pick, the second pick in the third round, pick 83 for the Patriots. Again, this is the one that they acquired from the Atlanta Falcons in the Matthew Judon trade. I have them double dipping at tackle right now. If they were to do this, this would give them an opportunity to move Michael Winu full-time into the right guard position, which I know a lot of Patriots fans have talked about. Blake Miller, I'm just going to read off his last 3 seasons. 991 snaps, 955 snaps, 827 snaps, all at the right tackle position, right? So if the Patriots do not feel comfortable with Caden Wallace, he hasn't shown enough, you can double dip here. Now, my favorite option, if you guys want to see a video, we're releasing a video here in a couple days of New Year's resolutions for the Patriots. I think if you could draft Gray Zabel like I have here and Blake Miller and sign Trey Smith, all of a sudden you have Gray Zabel at left tackle, Trey Smith at left guard, Cole Stranger, David Andrews at center, Michael Winu at right guard, and Blake Miller or Caden Wallace at right tackle. I think that offensive line is significantly better. Plus, you still have guys like Layden Robinson who can be in the mix as a swing left guard, right guard, even though he hasn't performed the best this year. He would be a depth piece there. I think that if you double dip here and sign a guy like Trey Smith in free agency with all that cap space you have, man, would it be fun. But Blake Miller, he's 6'6", 310 pounds. He has really good hand placement when he approaches. Again, he's a 3-year starter at Clemson, right? He's played a ton of football. He has a really good anchor. He does a really good job getting out of his stance in the run game. He has good angles when he's trying to get to the second level. The one thing is he does get a little high when he is kick stepping, which can lead to him getting bull rushed, things like that. And he has good hands, but he's inconsistent with his punches. So we'll see how that compares. But this guy, he allowed 1 sack this year. He's only allowed 6 sacks in the last 3 seasons at Clemson. So, a little bit of a guy who has played over, what is that? Sorry, I'm trying to do the quick math in my head. It's over like 1,800 snaps. Well, it's definitely over 1,800. It's over like 2,500 snaps in college football. And this is a guy that's only allowed 6 sacks in that year. So surefire, like I mentioned, experience. I love experience coming out of college, especially at the tackle position, right? Like, you probably need to add a little bit more strength to him, even though he's been in college for a long time and played a lot of football. You probably need to add a little bit more strength to his frame and things like that. But this is a guy who was a 3-star recruit coming out of high school, went to Clemson, and became a very high impact player for them right off the bat, and has played a ton of football in the last 3 years. So again, guys, let me know what you think of this mock draft. Travis Hunter, number 1. He's probably going to be a lockdown corner. Him and Christian Gonzalez could easily be the best cornerback duo in the league year 1. Gray Zabel, who has concerns about his arm length but has played left tackle, he would be a great pick in the second round, in my opinion. Another fun target in Harold Fannin Jr. and then Blake Miller here. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, edge rusher. We're going to get into plenty of offseason talk. In a scenario like this, you can assume, hey, let's say that they go spend on T. Higgins too, right? So now you have wide receiver 1, T. Higgins, Travis Hunter there, and then Demario Douglas or whoever at wide receiver 3. Say they do go get Trey Smith, say they get an edge rusher, they can go get a veteran guy there to shore that up. But, it's just kind of, in my opinion, these first couple mock drafts that I'll be releasing through the first couple months before the free agency actually happens is more of talking about prospects, talking about their fit, talking about why I would like them or what I think they could bring to the Patriots. So I really like this one for a first one. You're double dipping at tackle, which I think is a huge need. You're getting the most dynamic, most electric player in this draft class in Travis Hunter, and you're getting another dude that just set a college football record in Harold Fannin Jr. that can come in and be an immediate impact next to Hunter Henry year one, and then take over once Hunter Henry is off of his contract in 2026. So super excited if this were to be the draft class. Again, guys, this is going to happen every Monday for the next Mondays all the way up until the NFL draft. So if you guys have mock drafts you want to see, make sure you drop in the comments below who you want me to talk about, who you might want me to incorporate in here. And the fun thing about this is you might hate this draft this week. Next week, you might love it. I might do a trade down. I might do, a realistic trade where, hey, maybe we trade a second round pick for a guy like DK Metcalf or something. I don't know. I'm going to mess with so many different scenarios so that you guys can get as many different options and hear as many different prospects as you guys want. So appreciate all the support, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, like, subscribe, hit that comment button down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. And without further ado, guys, we'll talk to you next time.